Oilers won. The Oilers won. The Oilers won, and it's against the Leafs. Aw, Jack, are you upset about something there, buddy? Do you need some tissues? That was the greasiest game I've ever seen from the Edmonton Oilers. They don't even deserve that victory, at all. Man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's greasy or the refs won you the game. We got the W. That's all that matters. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, as today we got another episode of OGR, as today is game 5 as we went up against the Toronto Maple Leafs and won a absolutely greasy win as we take it 3-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And oh man, am I happy about this win, as the Maple Leafs fans and most fans were thinking that the Oilers were going to lose in this game, and oh, what a game it was. And man, do I ever love seeing Maple Leafs fans upset. Oh, the refs won you the game. It was an absolute fluke. You guys fucking suck. And all this random trash. Honestly, good job, Toronto. You played a very good game, but it wasn't enough. And I will say, yes, the refs did blow the game for you guys, but man, that's happened to everyone. There's been multiple games this year where the Edmonton Oilers were there's calls. I'm like, what the hell is that? So it happens to everyone, but man, take a loss when it's a loss, all right? Yeah, I know the refs blew that game for you guys, and it sucks, but I mean, you lost, so who cares? W for the Oilers. Let's go, baby. As we'll get into the summary. But before we do, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button. I can't speak English today. And hit that like button as well. That would be very much appreciated. So let's get into the summary of the game. Kayla Yamamoto started all the goal scoring off with his second of the season. An absolute fluke of a goal, but it was a own goal by the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was a battle behind the net between Yamamoto and Kahuna and a couple other players. It got up to the front of the net. Jimmy Vesey shot the puck and it went off a skate of the Toronto Maple Leafs and right into the back of the net. And it was just kind of a great way to start things off for the Edmonton Oilers, getting up on the board, kind of giving us some confidence. And we played really defensively throughout the entire game until Austin Matthews got his second of the year, and he got himself on the board in the Maple Leafs. But then Leon Draisaitl on a power play that shouldn't have been a power play, but it was, and Leon Draisaitl, we capitalized, and that's what you got to do, especially on those opportunities, which our entire power play all night long was really struggling up until that power play. I mean, midway through that power play, even at the start of it, we struggled until like the end, when we were actually finally able to get a goal, and we actually threw Puljujärvi out on the power play, which I will get onto much later on. But also the penalty that Muzzin took was a tripping penalty, which wasn't a tripping penalty. Kahun got tripped up by his own player Yamamoto, and he practically dove, and then we got a penalty for it. And Leon Draisaitl scored on that power play, which was something we needed. We needed a power play goal to give us a little bit of confidence. And I know Leafs fans will be saying that, yeah, the refs really blew that call, and I mean, yeah, they did. But I mean, that happens to almost everyone. It's happened to us a lot. The McDavid one against the Montreal Canadiens shouldn't have been a hooking penalty, and it ended up being a goal. We know how you feel, our Maple Leafs fans, but you don't have to be such a big baby about it. Anyways, I'll stop roasting those Maple Leafs fans as Josh Archibald gets the game-winning goal, or the empty net goal, as he gets on the board for himself. Not a guy that you see a lot on the board, but he gets his first of the season. And then for shots, 26-22 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They absolutely dominate us in the face-off draw. In the face-off dot, and we did pretty well in the special teams. We definitely need to improve upon that, which I'll get into much later on. But there's tons to dissect. This was a very defensive, boring game, to say the least, for a lot of people. I love these types of games. Now, I like the more goal-scoring ones, but for me, I like these types of games because I get to take a look at the players defensively, and I'm a really big fan defensively. And I gotta say, I was really impressed with the way that the Oilers played defensively. I'm gonna talk about the defense first. Nurse Bear, I think they were a really good combo. Darnell Nurse made a couple big mistakes, especially on the first penalty that he took on Mitch Marner. We practically decapitated Marner, absolutely killed the man. That was a dumb play by Nurse pushing Mitch Marner at that point in time, where he could have just stayed back a little bit and played smart, cutting him off so he didn't have a clear cut to the net. So Darnell Nurse, I think he definitely brings a lot of energy. He needs to play a little bit better. He was throwing some big hits tonight as well. So they didn't look too bad in both Darnell Nurse and Ethan Bear. But you gotta guys remember, these guys are going to take a lot of punishment because of the fact that they're playing top pairing minutes when they really shouldn't be. Nurse and Bear are not really top pairing defensemen, to say the least. Like, they are great defensemen, not putting against them, but they're definitely not top pairing guys. Barry and Russell, I thought that was a really good pairing between Barry and Russell. I thought Barry played really good. I thought Russell played solid. Definitely not the greatest game in the world, but I thought he did very well, and at least he didn't get any power play time like last game. And Larson and Cuckoo was quietly one of our best defensive pairings. I know a lot of people were like, oh, Larson's not good with the puck, but Larson's never been good with the puck, guys. We've seen this since he entered the league, and he's a defensive defenseman. That's what he is. He's a solid defensive defenseman. We got to look at him like that. Cuckoo is more of a two-way defender, right? He could play really well defensively, but he could also move that puck up the ice. And Slater Cuckoo, I think that's a great partner alongside of Adam Larson. I know a lot of people are worried when Adam Larson gets on his stick, but that's because he's not a great 5-on-5 guy. He really isn't. He's great shorthanded, and he's good at shutting down and blocking shots. That's what Larson's great for. But honestly, the best night that I've seen out of our defensive core, honestly, it was fantastic. Our forward core, I want to quickly talk about Zach Kassian. Cassian, if you're watching this video right now, which you probably are, you need to play better, man. Where are you? Like, honestly, man, you're kind of scaring me a bit, because last year you were the guy that hyped up the entire team 24/7. We need you now. We need you to go out there and smack some bodies around and actually put that puck in the back of the net where you had a wide open net there on Frederick Anderson and could have buried it, but you missed the net. Man, we need you. We need you, man. Come on, Cassian. Please, you need to play better. He's just like, he's levitating. He's watching the play happen. He's not doing anything. Especially on the goal against Austin Matthews. He lost the puck battle. Zach Cassian should not be losing puck battles, especially against Austin Matthews that ended up being a goal. Zach Cassian needs to play a lot better, and it needs to happen here soon. I hope he kind of gets him back into form, because we haven't seen him play good since last season. When it was in the playing rounds against Chicago, he played like trash. And especially during this regular season, he's been playing like goddamn trash. Also, the power play I got to talk about as well. The power play, it was really lackluster in this game up until the last one. But even the last one wasn't very good. It was disorganized. And I don't know why. I was screaming at my television because of Chasson. I don't know why they play this guy up on the power play. He's not that good of a player up on the power play. I know he had some hot times last year, but we need to throw Puljujärvi there. Puljujärvi only played 9 minutes in this game. He needs to play more power play time, because that's a joke to me. That's a joke that Puljujärvi, who's doing pretty damn well, is getting less ice time. He has the most least ice time on the entire fucking team. Chasson played 14 minutes on the ice. And I'm sorry, he did have a good game, but he's not our power play guy. We need to either throw at Yamamoto or Puljujärvi. Those guys are what's going to happen. Puljujärvi even got his first point of the season this year by an assist on that Draisaitl goal. We need to have Puljujärvi out there on that power play. I think he's going to be more of a lethal goal scorer for this team, or get Neil back in the lineup. I would love to see Neil back up on the lineup, and especially on that power play. But he needs to smarten up, and our power play needs to smarten up as well. We need to play a lot better and a lot better tightly. Our PK, once again, was an absolute amazing smoke show. I love our PK without a doubt. Our PK is just, it's amazing. And also Mika Koskinen, shout out to him. He had another great night. He was really stellar, making 25 saves, a 962 save percentage. In this game was a defensive stalwart. I don't know what to expect on Friday, I think it is, against the Toronto Maple Leafs once again, if I'm correct. Yeah, against the Toronto Maple Leafs once again on Sportsnet. So we're going to be getting another game like that. I'm really, really excited to see what will happen against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Friday. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be live streaming it or not, but if I do, check out my Twitter. The link will be down in the description below. I'll be announcing it if I will be. If anyways, go check out my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv at Peyton on the Radio. Go check it out. I do tons of live streams. I do play-by-play for the Oilers, tons. And I don't know if I'll be doing it on Friday, but most likely I will. Hits, Oilers dominated, blocks, everything the Oilers did tonight, I thought they did really good. I thought they played a really good defensive hockey game. Sure, we definitely need to elevate our offense. Our offense is still struggling. We're struggling to play 5-on-5, it feels like, but it felt like we played a more defensive tight game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is what I've been dreaming about for a long time for this team. to actually shut down defensively and play a really solid game, and that's what we did. But now we need to bring in that offense as well. And also, McDavid, I'm absolutely loving your defensive work, buddy. You blocked down Matthews all night long, and I absolutely loved it. Also, shout out to Nygaard. He is just an amazing forward. His speed is unmatched. And shout out to Kyle Turris. He's actually been doing really well too. I hope they do get a goal sooner or later, that line. But honestly, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.